along the road, just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gathering along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races. We went to bleeding races.
Oh, it's back through Bartes!
1862 on a summer's afternoon, we took the bus from Bambras and she was heavy laden. Where we went along Collingwood Street, that's on the road to Bladen. Whoa, me lads, you should have seen us gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gunning along the Scotswood Road to see the Bladen races.
Yes, people, good evening. Welcome back to John Sinclair TV. I'm back again, and tonight is the 3K Q&A live questions. So I've got my 3,000 subscribers, absolutely made up, and I've got two guys who's been supporting us all the way. Big up to Tony, big up to Brad.
Yeah, John, all right.
Champion stuff, and yeah, I've got Jason coming on in a bit. I've got Mason coming on as well, and yeah, so it should be a cracking show tonight. And you set the agenda, viewers. You set the agenda. Ask the guys any questions. Me, Tony, or Brad. Anything you like. And if you like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button as well. And if you like to super chat, just give what it's worth, especially to me 3K. Sure. And if you like to be a member, then you know exactly what to do. The link is in there as well. And I've got some comments as well. Big up to Rob. I hope you're okay. And hello to Jason's going to come on a bit. Hope you well, mate. I haven't spoken to you for a long time, haven't I, mate? So you'll be in a bit. And Gordon, 1, 2, 3. I would get 4 people well. Gordon, I'm sorry, mate. I can't get any more on tonight, mate. So I'll get maximum 4. So, and big up to Davey Durkin. Big up to you, mate. And welcome to my 3K show. So, like I said, you set the agenda. Ask us, guys, what you want to ask. We're about Newcastle, about the season, transfers, Eddie, the fans, anything you like. Okay, so yeah, so before we do that, I mean, Tony, it's a bit quiet today, and talk about Memphis Depay, and look, he's been linked to Barcelona, linked to us as well, according to reports, and I don't know how much it's going to be worth. It's about 20 million euros, works out to be 16 million quid. Would you take him at Newcastle, Memphis Depay?
Well, I mean, when he was at Man U, he didn't do very well, so he went abroad, didn't he? And he's done very well at Barcelona. At that price, and if the wages are right, why not? It's a player who can put the ball in the back of the net. You know, ideally, I would like to see. Ideally, I would like to see us go for Dennis realistically, because he's younger. Same with Cornet as well. Don't forget, Cornet has played at Lyon with Bruno G as well. So, you know, there's a Lyon connection there as well. But but a player like Memphis Depay, he's got the experience, and you know, yeah, why not? If the wages are right, if he doesn't want too much in wages, then yeah, why not? It's a no-brainer. You know, get him in, because we definitely need some backup for Callum Wilson, because Chris Wood ain't the backup we're looking for. So yeah, we definitely need some backup there. So I would say a yes from me.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fair enough. And Brad, guys in the chat, any questions you'd like to ask us, just fire them away. It's a Q&A, sure. It's a 3K celebration show because I got 3,000 subscribers, and I like to wish again, thank you very much for all my subscribers, subscribe to my channel, and all the people in the chat as well. I'm so made up. I'm on the road to now 4K. The numbers keeps going up every single day, and you know, I think it's been great. So Brad, Memphis Depay.
Yeah, it'd be someone that would be a good addition for us. Like Tony said, if we can agree a fair transfer fee and he's not going to demand ridiculous wages, then yeah, it would certainly be someone that has a point to prove back in the Premier League, and I think would would give us something that we haven't got at the moment, a bit more finesse in the final third, and That ability to that ability to add a few more goals to our game from out wide. So yeah, definitely one to keep an eye on. I think that could have some truth in it. I think.
Yeah, cool. Will be some truth in it as well, but I'm not going to get carried away. I'm not going to get piped up because at the end of the day, right? Look how many names we linked with over this in the summer about players we linked with every single day, and half of them is absolutely BS at the end of the day. And I'm not going to pipe up to anything, but Jack Harrison in a bit, and I've got some congratulations as well. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much indeed for Davey. Thank you for Foxy. Any questions you'd like to ask us to start away? People, it's a Q&A show, and you can ask us about my YouTube, how I've done it, how did I start it, the first one I've done, and it's absolutely fantastic sort of thing as well. So thank you very much indeed. And big up to Tony. V4 Sinclair, love I say. I was going to say tetrasexuals then, but big up and congratulations, Big John. Well deserved. Yay! He's one of my mods as well, Tony the Red. I'm going to call him Tony the Red because mate keeps telling him to call him Tony the Red. And Kevin, can you see Ronaldo coming back? Probably spelled the surname wrong. We get your name. We get it, Kevin. We get it. And according to reports today, according to what Billy's calling, is off to join Roma. So Ronaldo is off to join Roma. And I think that'd be a cracking move. He should have gone to Italy years ago. Let's be real, because I think it'd be perfect for Serie A football for me. I think Ronaldo would be fantastic there. I think for me, my tip is, right, people say that Juve is going to win the Serie A title, but I've got a sneaky feeling it could be Roma and Jose Mourinho's year doing those Scudettos. So I think Jose is doing fantastic. I think he's doing well. I think he's got some good players coming in. So there's a Matic in as well. He's getting Premier League experience in as well. So all I got to say is big up to Jose and big up to Roma. Jason, welcome, mate. It's been a long while.
Hey, it's been a very long time.
How you doing? I'm doing fine, my guy. How are you doing? You keeping well?
Well, finished work today, so I got a nice 5 weeks off, so I'm happy with that. I can go into hibernation now.
Great stuff, great stuff. I've got some we'll end the show, Jason. Like to have a word, but nothing bad. It's just off that sort of thing. I'll talk to you later on that one as well. So so it's all good. I've got one for Kevin. Are most Newcastle fans Juve fans cast are both wear black and white? Well, the difference is Juve are more historic and more successful than Newcastle United, but I see where you're coming from, mate. So Juve are a huge, huge club as well. Love the tops, GS. Definitely not a Castori number that one, no.
No, it's my custom made one I had made.
Yeah, looks smart. It looks smart, doesn't it? It looks smart, and So just want to talk to you about because I'm a long time. The transfers. Are you happy to transfer so far, or do you think we should be doing a lot more?
I'm happy with what we've done so far. We've definitely improved our defence, as even I've said and repeat again throughout the whole of last season. We had not had a brand new centre-back since 2018, and now we've brought in two in terms of Botman and Burn. So we've sorted that out. We've got Target, we've got Trippier, we have got an entire brand new back four. We've got a new keeper. Whether he's going to be starting, a regular starter or not, or he's going to be number two, we don't know that yet. Probably may start. For me, I want a striker. If we can get a striker in, I'll be happy with the window fully, because everybody knows my rants about Chris Wood. I cannot stand the bloke. I really disapprove of him. I think 25 mil overspent, should never have signed. I warned everyone not to sign him. 17 games he played, 2 goals scored. One of those was a penalty. He is awful. I really despise the player. I really don't like him. But unfortunately, he has to be here for a year before he can go. So we're stuck with him until at least January. But I want another striker in, because I am not comfortable having him as a backup.
Yeah, it's a fair shout, man. It's a fair shout, but we need a striker, definitely. I mean, we linked to a couple of strikers, by the way. But the thing is, though, we need to get the right character at the right price as well, because our orders are not going to be fleeced by anyone. I've said this many a time. And looks like we've got Billy as well. You kind of stand with Jason. Why didn't you say it?
Haven't you seen my rage videos, Billy?
Wow. Amazing, man. But listen, at the end of the day, I mean, he'd not been in the first team, but he's here. And he's here, but we'll see what happens on that one in the summer, if he's going to be here or not. You never know. He could have got on a season-long loan elsewhere. Who knows? I got one from Foxy as well. Had me bet on Roma to win season Scudetto for a while. No, 25-1 price looks better with each signing. Jose makes Dybala, Matic, or fees. Selic from Lille as well. He has made some good signings, Jose. You know, the second season of a 3-year project, I think it'd be fantastic. I mean, when he went back to Roma, I thought it was a match made in heaven. And he plays cracking football, by the way. He really does play cracking football. And big up to Paul. Turn last question for you, Tony. What's your thoughts on the new CEO? As what I've seen, he's a born winner.
Yeah, he's done very well at Atlanta United. I have to be careful I don't see Atlanta. But yeah, Atlanta United, he's done well over there in the States. He's well known to Dan Ashworth as well. So there's a bit of a relationship there already. And I think he'd be good on the commercial side of things as well. And let's hope that he's seen the disaster, what's happening with Castore at the minute. And then hopefully next season he'll kick them into touch and we'll go elsewhere because, you know, as everybody knows, they're an absolute disgrace, Castore, and we do need a different supplier. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, like I'll say with Castores, wanting to send my shirt back and they sent me a link with Rangers and direct me to the Rangers club shop. And I'm like, but it's not a Rangers shirt, it's a Newcastle shirt. And, you know, so they finally sent me a return link this morning and I've got to go through Hermes and put their name in and then it'll come up with a label for me. But, you know, it's just, you can't even speak to anybody on the phone. It's all emails. It took nearly a week to get back to me on that as well. So, yeah, it's just disgraceful all round. But hopefully with this new CEO, Darren Eales, he'll sort things out in the club and, you know, and he'll be another part of the jigsaw, or as a skyscraper, as my dad calls it. But yeah, other than that, I'm very happy with him and let's see what he can do.
Just make sure I don't end up sending you an Aston Villa shirt instead.
No, I'm going to the club shop for mine. I told John, don't order his online, go to the club shop.
Yeah, if anything. But again, I'm going to get a Castore shirt because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people just moaning about it, like, you know, and the size of the materials and stuff as well. If you're a medium, got to get a large. If you're a large, get an extra large. Do you know what I mean? But for me, when I go out there, I shall have a look at it for myself as well. But I am going to do a members competition very, very soon. So we'll get one and it's going to be a competition as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that, members. And good question as well. Go with you, Jason. The new CEO, Darren Eales.
To be honest, I don't really watch MLS or anything, so I don't really know nothing about the lad. For me, I mainly watch the Eredivisie and Bundesliga, so it's just, I don't know who he is, to be honest.
Wow. I mean, it is what it is. And Brad?
No, same. I briefly known him just being, you know, being at Atlanta, just in a relatively new club and the journey that I've been on with them, but nothing too much aside from that. But from all accounts, it's got a good track record. So let's hope he can mix in with the existing, the Dan Ashworth and the structure that we've already got in place, and he can deliver. You'll obviously have the tools at his disposal to get to where we're trying to go, which is exciting to see. So yeah, wish him all the best.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, right, he's won 3 trophies at his time at Atlanta, yeah. And, you know, when he was at Atlanta, he brought in players from Central and South American players, for example, and sell them to Europe. And basically, you might see a few South American footballers as well coming through the door. But go on.
Sorry, can I just add to that as well on Darren Eales as well, which I did read about
please.
him. Apparently, he goes out and mixes with the fans. So in Atlanta, he's going to mix with fans, and he's asked things like, What sort of food do they like? What sort of coffee do they like drinking? Do they prefer Starbucks, Costa, whatever? And he's took all their feedback and he goes back to the stadium and he says, right, this is what we need for catering and drink-wise. This is what the fans like. So he's a fans person as well. So, and that's something the club's lacked for a long, long time. So it'll be nice if there is that connection from somebody high up in the club with the fans, to be on the same level. Whether he does a chair or not, I don't know. But that's what I read about him as well. That's what he done over there. And so yeah, so if that's what he does, yeah, even better, because it may improve the facilities in the ground as well.
Yeah, well said, man. But look, in my opinion, you got to give the guy a chance. And yes, he's a winner, and yes, he also wins things as well. And they both used to work with Dan Lascelles West Brom for a couple of seasons, right? But I didn't know this until a couple of days ago. So they both got a bit of history together, so which is good. So I've got one for Bill Duff in Canada. Brent here from across the pond. Hope you're doing well in the record-breaking temperatures. The temperatures dropped the last few days, mate. So yeah, it's a bit cooler here. As of right now, which Premier League teams is winning the transfer period? Thanks for taking the question. I'll be happy to answer that question. Forest has bought in like 9-10 players this season. Man City's got 2 players in. Liverpool got a couple in as well. Arsenal's got about 3 at the moment. Spurs has spent really well, and they brought in some quality players as well, like Bissouma, Perisic. Also, they got Spence. They got Kulusevski and Bentancur on permanent transfers. Leganet for Barcelona, and they have bought really well. I mean, the latter is on a season-long loan, but Newcastle only bought in 2 players, Brett. But our fan base are kicking off because they're not bought enough players coming in. I think they need to take a chill out, yeah. We're not going to be slashing on any players willy-nilly, yeah. It has to be the right player at the right time. So players will come in, and we've got a few players out as well. Talking of players gone out, Jason, we got rid of Dwight Gale, we got rid of Jeff Hendrick, we got rid of Isaac
Kieran Clark.
And Kieran Clark, yeah. We've got rid of 4 players this season, yeah. I mean, Kieran Clark, his time is done. Dwight Gale's time is done. Hendrick time, I hope it's done soon. Goes at Reading. And yeah, what else can I say? I mean, hoping to get rid of Matt Ritchie. I think he can go. And yeah, James, what's your take, mate?
Hayden was a weird one for me. I thought he could still do a job for us, especially where he can play in defence. He can play defensive midfield. He can pretty much do the defensive work. So it was a bit weird for me, but yeah, I hope he does well at Norwich. He's only there on loan at the minute. Clark, yeah, we're glad to see the back of him, but unfortunately that's only on a loan as well. Gale, I've seen a lot of 50-50 talk about him going, they're almost saying, yeah, what's he actually done for us apart from that one season in the Championship? But for me, I think he's done well. He deserves a good send-off. I've been quite a fan of Dwight Gale for quite a while. I've called for him many times to play or be started. I thought he's not had enough chances to be a part of the team. Just like when we had Yoshinori Muto, he was never given many chances. Here's another one that should have been given more chances and played more. But with Gale, I think under Bruce, unfortunately under him, even though he said he's a player he's tried to sign so many times and he wants to play him, he never played him. When he did play, he obviously didn't have the best of games. But look what Howell done with Joel Linton. Look what Howell done with Kraft. Look what Howell done with the entire team. He changed them. He turned them into amazing players. What's saying that he couldn't have done that with Dwight Gale and given him a chance to see if he could have recaptured that form? So I wish Gale all the best. Obviously, I would have kept him, definitely over Chris Wood. But I obviously would have kept him. But yeah, I do wish him well for the future. But I think that, yeah, the people that are saying we haven't signed many players, have you seen the size of the team? We do need to get rid in order to bring players in because we can only name a 25-man team. So players are going to have to leave.
I have to agree there because so you can make room for new players coming through the door. But one thing I'm going to say on Dwight Gale, Tony probably agree with us, right? Dwight Gale's been in Newcastle for 6 seasons. Take one away with West Brom for a season-long run, right? Yeah, I'm going to wish all the best. However, right, I'm not going to go overboard with this guy because I agree with Billy's tweet today. He's still living, right? He could have gone to West Ham permanently. He could have gone to one or two clubs permanently as well. For me, I'm going to wish all the best what he did in the Championship, but the 4 seasons out of Newcastle in the Premier League, he hardly did out, yeah? And I'm not going to be piping this guy up at all whatsoever. Chippers had a right go at him the other night. Yeah, I could understand it, yeah? But I think Dwight Gale should have gone to a different club at the time because he knew he wouldn't get in the first team. He knew he was not going to get much games. And he must be thinking, you know what? I took enough money off Newcastle now. That's it. Those are your thoughts, man.
Is that to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he could have gone. I mean, you know, we probably should have cashed in on him a couple of seasons ago, if I'm honest. And then last season he could have gone, but you know, our ex-owner decided to give him another contract on a bump of wages, and you know, stitch the new owners up as such. Because once he sold the club and went, he didn't give a toss basically of what was going on. And yeah, but you know, as much as Dwight Gale did get with backup from the Championship, and you know, we do thank him for that. He didn't do an awful lot in the Premier League because he's not a Premier League striker for a starters. He's Championship quality, and that's his level at the most. So I'm not sad he's gone. I think I'm more relieved he's gone because it releases the wage bill as well and helps with FFP. So, you know, the worst thing is we've ripped his contract up and given him away for free. I'm sure we could have got 5 million for him, but might have been able to do the wages. And he said Stoke was the club for him. So I don't know if it's because Stoke are willing to pay him more than what everybody else is wanting to pay. But he's got a 2-year deal there now. And, you know, I hope he does well for Stoke. But no, I'm not sad to see him go. I'm pretty much relieved, to be honest, because what's the point of having a player sitting on the bench doing nothing? And, you know, even Malcolm MacDonald was screaming last year, look, well, play him up alongside Wood, give him a chance, you know, let Wood knock the ball down for Gale, but that chance never comes. So, yeah, get rid of a player that's taking up a squad place for no reason and free that squad place up for somebody else.
Well, do you think he wasn't given enough chances though?
Maybe
every time we called out for a striker, his name was on the bench, but he would never be brought on.
Yeah, that was strange because we how got like Joe Linton playing and Emil Kraft, you know. I would have thought Dwight Gale might have got a chance under him, but he just never seemed to fancy him. So whether in training, he wasn't hitting it in training as well, you know, because obviously we don't see what's going on in training. Maybe Howe's looked at him and thought, sorry, mate, but you're not Premier League quality. You're not even quality for my team. So, but I'll have you on the bench as a backup in case, say, Wood goes down with an injury and I've got to throw you on or whatever. But yeah, I think Howe made his mind up pretty much after he joined the club.
100%, man. 100%. He is just not good enough at all whatsoever. He should have moved on. And excuse me, everyone's. I'm going to come on to my bit in a minute. I know I've got to get Brad on as well. Carl says, "Can you take shirts back online, back to the club shop? Man turned up today. The website says Court des Ida has passed the return window. I think you can, you know. Maybe you bought it online. Can you take it back? Surely you can."
Yeah, I'm sure you can. Yeah, because when I got my shirt offline when Bruno signed, and I got the Bruno G on, they missed obviously the dot off, and the club shop done that for me and put it straight on. So yeah, I'm sure if you go to the club shop, if you've got as long as you got your proof of payment, your receipt or whatever, you'll have an email confirmation. Just show them that, and I'm sure they'll sort that out for you. You can only ask; they can only say yes or no.
Yeah, absolutely. Just give that one a go, Nicole. Get on the go. Go for the console. Get back to Brad. Excuse me. Fox says Spurs, Arsenal, Leeds. As far as has done the best business so far for me. Yeah, they've done really well. Chelsea are going to be strong this season. I really do believe that as well. Spurs looking good. Arsenal need a couple more players, in my opinion. Leeds are bought in as well. And thanks, I got one from Jules. Thanks for your kind donation, mate. Thanks so much indeed. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much indeed. And hope you're okay. Into the mods, by the way, Jules, and Tony the Red as well. I think Rachel's out tonight. So if she turns up, big up to Rachel, if she's in or not. From Foxy, come on, lads. Would you take a pay cut to 20 to 40 grand a week? Easy to say, but I bet most of you wouldn't. The thing is, though, George, right? We talk about Dwight Gale, right? Listen, real talk, yeah. He should have gone to a different club, yeah. He wasn't getting much games. He wasn't a Premier League player. He wasn't good enough, yeah. You look at the games when he come on the pitch, right? He didn't look interested at all whatsoever, yeah. I'm just saying the truth. Like I said, I'm not going to cuss him, but I wish him all the best. But if you're going to mark out of 10, I'll give him an 8 out of 10 in the Championship, but I'm going to give him a 3 in the Premier League as well. I'm sorry, I'm giving him a 3 because he's not the Premier League quality as well. I'm sorry, but he just scored enough goals. And yeah, he scored a couple of goals, but other than that, so last season, hardly played. When he came on, he looked disinterested as well. Brad, Dwight Gale, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think that he did well for us in that Championship season, but unfortunately, he's just stole a wage off us for the last few years, really. So it's a bit unfortunate that way because he had a lot of opportunities to go elsewhere and play football as well, and he didn't take that. So
absolutely,
he's got no one else to blame. I think we've got a right to sort of to criticise that because he could have went and played somewhere for the last couple of seasons and took a small pay cut, but at the end of the day, he'd have been playing regular football and earning. At the end of the day, it wouldn't have been a huge loss for him to do that. So, yeah, just a bit of a shame for him personally to waste his career really just sitting on the bench because, I mean, he did get the occasional chances, but I'm only guessing he didn't get any under the managers, the 3 different managers that we had, is because obviously didn't train well or didn't look like he was sharp enough to be starting games or more regular appearances. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame to end that way because when he first signed for us, he obviously had a brilliant first season, but didn't really go to plan for that, unfortunately.
Absolutely. I'll look at Twitter, I'll look at all these comments saying, you're going to miss that sort of thing. All the best. Wish you well, blah, blah, blah. You're top striker in the Championship. Yeah, not in the Premiership. No, he has in the Premier League. But Brad, you're right, man. But he could have opportunities to go away on loan. He could have started at West Brom. He could say, right, you know what? I want to start at West Brom. I want to play football. That's your profession, yeah? It's so easy to take the money away, right? To take the money every single week, like playing games, right? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, as a professional, you go out and play football. Simple as that. You never know. You can go to the Premier League West Brom. You could have been top scorer, but he chose not to. Never mind. But I wish him all the best. But for me, I think he could have done it years ago. And what about Lascelles? Keep or sell? I'll go with you, Jason.
Personally, based on last season, I would want to sell Lascelles. Because for that first half of the season, I think I worked out that just from Lascelles alone, he cost us 11 points from the mistakes that he made. And for a captain, he's not been that captain material since when he was made captain by being aggressive and back when he was threatening to give Diame a budge to hit him, just to kick him right up the arse, and to see his performances turn around. He's gone from being a really good leader to doesn't really care. There was like rumours he was going to go back to Nottingham Forest should they come up. I'd kind of probably would send him back there. I can't see him starting. I don't really agree with him still being captain when he's not really going to be starting. I don't see how a captain can lead if he's not on the pitch. So that's where I get that it's out of respect to him, but you want a leader that's going to be on the field every single game, telling his players what to do. So I would cash in on Lascelles.
Fair comment. I'll get Tony's view in a bit. Big up to Gareth, by the way. Since supporting the tune in the Premiership era, would you see it? The most skillful player has been Peter Beardsley. He's right up there, mate, for skills, mate. Right up there for the very top. And I'll tell you what, David Ginola as well, Lauren Robert, Nobita Lano as well, sort there, the best sort of Peter Beardsley. I tell you what, come back for second time. He has been absolutely fantastic, mate. With Newcastle defence, as it is, especially with Botmans there, could teams like Man City and Liverpool find it difficult to score against us? Kevin, Liverpool and Man City can break up any defence, mate. Any defence, man. Do you know what I mean? They're both elite teams, yeah. They're going to find a way of scoring against us, by the way, yeah. But it's Dan Botman. I think he have a good season with us. You know, I'm not gonna hype him up yet because at the end of the day, I'm gonna check him out for the full season before I make my proper decision. Yeah, he's a good player. He looks a leader, but I want to check him out playing in the black and white shirt. Yeah, I'm not gonna hype anyone up at this stage. And Comsey is, by the way, Norwegian Corona. And thanks for that, Jules. And Tony Red got a few comments as well. Big up to Stu, my G. I hope you're okay. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. And John, would you leave your job for less money and the same hours? Go on, Tony, let you answer that question, mate. I'll leave this question to you in here. It's Q&A, sure. And George has got if you want to ask that question, that's fine.
Well, you wouldn't leave your job for less money on the same hours, would you? I mean, let's be realistic. Nobody would. But we're talking about a footballer here who earns millions of pounds, and not just on wages, but also on sponsorship as well. Whoever sponsors his boots, training gear, or whatever. So he earns a lot of money anyway, the player. So if the player was to go to another club and take, say, a 25% pay cut, I'm sure it's not too much skin off their nose to do that, you know. I understand, like everybody, they've got bills to pay and things like that. But as I've just said, footballers earn millions, so to take a little bit of a pay cut surely isn't gonna hurt their bank balance far too much, as it would with the likes of me, you, Brad, Jays, who if we went to another job, we would want something with a little bit more money because, you know, that's the reality of it. We don't earn millions, unfortunately. Be nice if we did, but you know, unfortunately we don't. So you know, we've got to do what we got to do. But at the end of the day, if it was me personally, and I was sitting on that bench and I want to play football and I've got the opportunity and I've got to take a pay cut, I think, what would I rather do? And I would think to myself, but at 32, as Dwight Gale is, he should have been thinking, I want to play football. I want to be on the field scoring goals week in, week out, getting fans singing my name. 100%. And that's what Gale should have been doing. And unfortunately, he's just decided to sit on our bench and claim the money. But now he's gone. He's history now, as far as I'm concerned. He's gone. He's been to our club. He's done what he's needed to do. He's moved on. And I think, you know, the fans should move on as well and just wish him good luck. He's had something nice to say about the club and he's going to look at the future results, which is nice of him. But it's time to move on now.
I have to agree. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you beat us to the punch bag, take the 25% pay cut, and then to go to our club and play regular sort of thing and have your name sung every single week. It's simple as that. And I'm thinking all the tweets on Gil today, getting a bit boring. We need to move on. We still got to talk about it, Kevin Beatty, yeah? It's a show. We got to talk about it, yeah? After tonight, we're definitely going to move on. Going to band in a bit. Gale can't pick himself all for the team or come on from the bench. If he's not good in training, why was picked for the squad? Until we know the full story, it's easy to say he should have left. But at the end of the day, mate, right? I mean, in my opinion, I want to win. I want to be fighting for titles. I want to be fighting for the league. I want to be fighting for a top 4 place. I want to be fighting for Europe, yeah, and win a trophy. Is Dwight Gelder going to help us get to that stage, that level? The answer to that is a definite no. So we need to move on and get someone who's going to do the job for us. Jamal Lascelles should have been sued ages ago. Exactly, Andrew. Exactly. But at the end of the day, right, he's still a leader, according to Eddie Howe. So you're going to have to back him, yeah? So I've got one for Goldfather. It's going to take a couple of seasons to run down contracts for all those championship players in the club. And there's quite a few of them. Come to you, Brad, about Dwight Gale. I mean, you've got to agree with what Tony and Jason say as well. Dwight, I mean,
like I just said before,
Oh, you did. Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
So what did you say?
Yeah.
You meant to say about Lascelles.
Lascelles, yeah.
Jamal. Sorry, thank you, man. Jamal. Sorry.
I think I don't know with Lascelles. I'd rather him be here. I think, and just because I think it might push him on to improve, and he'll be a good backup option. I hope, and it might be a good. In terms of the captaincy, though, I'm not sure about that. Maybe just because he's a good leader, as a club, like off the field and all that sort of thing. I imagine. So it's keeping the because he was a leader at a young age for us, coming through under Rafa. So he's certainly shown his ability at certain points. It's just dropped off, unfortunately, near the back end of his time here. But I think under Eddie this season, if he's there as a backup option, I think that could be a good position for him. And can he step in and up his game when he's called upon?
Fair plays. I mean, you look at Dwight Gale's record for Newcastle United, 130 games played, 34 goals, but 23 of them has been in the Championship as well. It just tells its own story, by the way. And I thought I'd let you know on that as well, and the chat as well. Now Gale's left. Who's next out the door? Still have 29 over 21s in the squad. Yeah. I mean, the under 23s, someone needs to be on loan, to be fair. I think Jamal will be club captain, but not on the pitch. Yeah, I've heard that as well. Unless he plays, so I thought we would very few games, to be honest. Gale's not leaving this job for less money. The reason he's gone on the fee is so Stoke will pay the wages. He's still on the same wage. So if he's still on the same wage, he must be the highest paid player. For Stoke, this is unbelievable, man. And they got to I like coffee. Mason's got some nice things to say about you, mate. I mean, he loves Portugal, by the way. He really wants Portugal to win games, and they haven't even done it. So that's his game. Please click that subscribe and join the channel. Thank you very much for that, Jules. Tony, you're asking Gail to do it in their lifestyle is totally different to us. That is from George.
Well, yeah, it's a totally different lifestyle from us, but obviously, as somebody's just mentioned there, he's actually still on the same wages. So if that's the case, he hasn't took a pay cut. Maybe all Stoke have said is, look, we'll pay the same wage, but we want him on a free, and that's probably what we've agreed with Stoke. So if that's the case, then, you know, he's not had a wage cut. So, but you do see players who are willing to take pay cuts to move to different clubs to play football. And that has happened quite a lot over the last few years, and you see that quite often. So it's not something new that players are forced to take a pay cut. Some of them choose to take a pay cut because they want to play minutes on that pitch. And just going on to Lascelles, yeah, Lascelles did do all right for us when we were in the Championship and when we got back up the Premier League. But, you know, the last couple of seasons, he just hasn't been the player he was. I mean, I think a few years ago, didn't Chelsea offer something like 50 million for him and we turned them down? We should have snapped our hands off if that was the case. But, yeah, and on the captain's thing, I sort of agree with what Eddie Howe's saying. The reason he's club captain is because he's got respect in the dressing room and he doesn't want to upset the dressing room by saying, right, strip Lascelles of the captaincy and give it to somebody else. What he's actually saying is he'll stay as club captain, but whoever plays and he's not playing will be the captain on the pitch that day. So say Trippier, for instance. But if he plays in a cup game or he starts a game, he'll be captain then. So we shouldn't be too concerned about him being club captain because, you know, he's probably not going to be here long term anyway, even if he's only here this season. But who knows if he's going to be fourth or fifth choice left centre back by January? He might say, do you know what? I want to leave because I want to play football. So, yeah, I think just leave it at that and just say, you know, just accept he's going to be club captain. But, you know, but don't worry about him getting on the pitch very often because there's plenty of players in front of him. Yeah.
Absolutely. We definitely need to upgrade the team as well within 3 seasons as well. But we'll get there. But Jamal Lascelles, I mean, look, is he being a great servant? I don't know. He's been good for in the Championship, but at the end of the day, he has some decent games. He has some shocking games as well. Let's be real. Big up to Ryan, by the way. Nice job, John. Thank you. Continue to work hard on this channel, and eventually you'll get your collab with Lee Gunner. I'll tell you what, that'll be a dream. I tell you what, though, there's few I'd like to collab with as well. The top 5, which I'm not going to mention here, but he is one of them. So very good.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, you are definitely. Everyone is. And I like coffee saying we go to Benfica. Fair dues. Yeah, love to. That'd be a good honor. See if we beat Benfica, sort of thing. That'd be absolutely amazing. And to also resign Gale to get us back to the Premier League. He's not massively towards that yet. That's fair enough. But in the Premier League, I mean, he scored what? How many goals he scored? Did I say 11 goals in the Premier League? That is not great. Just like Wood was signed to help keep us up. If he wanted to raid, we shouldn't have offered him that new deal after his West Brom loan. I tell you what, though, when they signed him on a 3-year deal with his contract surroundings, I was absolutely seeing off for. I thought, no, it cannot be happening to that man.
I think the only reason he was offered a new deal was because at that point we knew we was going down. There was no chance of us staying up, and our only ticket to staying up was Dwight Gale, because as people have said, he is the cheat code of the Championship. He will guarantee your goals. He will get you up. So that's why we offered him the new deal. Then Bruce went. Then Ashley went. In came new owners. In come Eddie Howe, and we shot up that table.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. And said that to Lascelles could be gone. Could they be coming for Jamal Lascelles? BL big up to Brent again. Would any of you bet that James Seager would end up Nottingham Forest? You guys are the experts. Bit they sure did surprise to us over here. The thing is, right? I mean, look at we didn't want Jesse Lingard here, right? But I thought it was going to be the West Ham United. But when Forest came in for the 200K a week, he jumped on the duty and goes to our club because we all know some money. I get that, but the bottom line is, in my opinion, right? Good luck to him. That's all I can say. Good luck. You play the blinder, his age you play the blinder, sort of thing, right? But I hope Forest stays up because they're a good club, a great club. But at the end of the day, right, we was never, ever, ever going to pay a 200K a week, Mason. No way.
That's the thing. He only went to Forest just basically just because he offered him a better deal compared to us in West Ham. But I know their owner has affiliations with Olympiacos, who are no doubt the biggest club in Greece, and he has got the money. So, when he offered, reportedly $200,000 a week. He had no choice just to want to go there just because of the money.
Yeah, football's a short career. I mean, for me, right, it's on a 1-year deal, and to me, I think it's a win-win as well for Lingard because he knows if us don't stay up, right, he can walk away after 1 year, or if he performs and he gets into the same mid-table, then he's going to be the player of the season. I'm sure I'll have a close be after him anyway. But look, big up to him. I mean, people say fair play to him. People's going to say he's a sport brat. I could be in the middle of all this. But hey ho, I mean, that tweet I posted out yesterday, I was a bit over the top on that one. I was wrong for putting it out there. But look, at the end of the day, right, we all know why he went to Forest. It's well documented. It is what it is. Personal Popeye runs the contracts done on purpose and don't perform. Lots of players are doing this now. I'm not saying it's right. Don't get us wrong. I only put the other side to it. George, that's a fair enough comment, mate. Honestly, man. But they were all doing it. But still, Kevin's speaking to PL. Did Lascelles score more than Wood last season? How many goals did he score last season? 20.
Lascelles. I don't think he scored more than Wood. I think he got 2, didn't he?
So did Wood.
Yeah, because Lascelles scored. Well, the one against Everton was an own goal, wasn't it? So because it came off Holgate.
Yeah, it did.
Lascelles scored the own goal at the other end off Holgate's header, and then Lascelles' header went off Holgate.
Scored against Brentford.
Yeah,
that was the only one. I think.
Yeah, so it must have been 1 or 2. But Nottingham Forest, it's an expensive signing from TikTok, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? It is, man. And you know what it is, right? I mean, that's an expensive one. TikTok tongue carry. Ching.
But the thing is, with Lingard, I mean, West Ham offered him a deal and he didn't want it. So he's clearly got the Forest for the money. Now, in Lingard, he said, we're going for the project. Well, sorry, if it's a project, why have you only signed a 1-year deal in? Because we are a project, but do you think somebody would come and say, no one, yeah, deal with us? I don't think so. So he's there to see if they'll keep them up. If not, come January, you can put yourself in the shop window and go for another big payday. And he's probably hoping he can go somewhere like China or whatever. He'll pay massive, mega amounts of money.
Yeah, that's very, very true, Tony. 100% there. And I'll get people saying that's a win-win. For me, I'm in the balance. I'm in the middle of this end of the day. He went for the money, but at the same time, I think it's a win-win for him. But yeah, what do I know, mate? What do I know? And got some comments as well. Do you believe Stoke are paying Gale the same money? Never in a million years. That's actually Jones. Nobody knows. Only Jones and I using caps in the stream. Tony, I don't even use caps in the stream. I don't even use caps either, mate. Big up to Luca. And what am I going to say to Luca? I watched your short today with Northside. You were fantastic. Big up to you, Luca. You were fantastic, mate. And I'd love to get Northside as well. As an Arsenal fan, I'd love to get him on as well. Big up. Didn't Jamal Lascelles have a future? I'm going to go with you, Brad.
Yeah, he probably does. Like I said before, he got that role. He'll have that role as the backup, and he's capable enough of doing that. Hopefully, he just puts the good performances in when he needs to. He's not going to be playing. He's not going to be first choice, so he just needs to make sure that he does a tidy job when he's asked to.
Yeah, cool. And I've got some thanks as well from my 3 kids as well. Jules is one of them. Big up to Jules, and I'll speak to you later. Thanks for watching us again. Thank you so much, Jules. I read your DM, took it on board. Read Billy's as well, took it on board as well. Big up to you too. You have been fantastic. And Mods helped us away. Danielle, Paul, absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much indeed again. Thank you all the people who congratulating us as well. And Jules said, Tony, I have one word to say about that, Mark as. Fair enough. I'm hearing some sound. Yeah, that's been sorted now. Big up to Bandar. Thank you so much, mate. And yeah, it sounds gone. And how much money to get Jeff Hendrick back? He's Irish Sedan. That's, I tell you what, keep him. I don't want him back. He ain't good enough for my team.
We need him back. He can score as a striker. If he can score more than Chris Wood as a striker.
Well, only because Jason Sears saw that.
Oh, so, you know me. I'm a big admirer of Jeff Hendrick.
Yeah, and and this is a good one, John. Any chance to collaborate with Paul in the future? 100%. Yeah, I mean, I've got to try and talk to him as well. See if we want to collaborate with sort of thing. Either European football. If I host European football, then he can definitely come in for that as well. And I tell you what, if that happens to me, that'll be brilliant. And I mean, he's been on my channel before, and he's been absolutely fantastic. And yes, definitely 110% there. And yeah, no problems at all. Paul's a great guy. He really, really is. We talk about girls' perm stats looking bad, but take into account his last 13 perm appearances, he played a sort of 117 minutes. Wow. Some sit, man. And the guys in the chat, if you've got any questions for us, yeah, keep firing away because there's a Q&A as well. So please, I'll say the questions you want while we talk about Jack Harrison. Now, I'm going to start with you, Jason. Jack Harrison. I mean, again, we'd be linked with him, right? Jesse Marsh will probably be thinking, you know what, it's going to happen anytime soon. And are we going to get Jack Harrison? Because I truly believe, right? I'm not going to make it up. I'm not ITK. In my opinion, I think this deal's going to happen.
I don't think it will, to be honest. I see him as being on par with ASM. I think I see something like ASM had 25 goal contributions, goals and assists. Harrison had something like 24, something along those lines. But I don't see him as one that's going to be a regular for us. And I definitely don't see him as a £35 million rated player. 20 mil tops possibly, but not 35 mil. Would not pay that much. Yes, we need to strengthen the right wing, but I don't know if Harrison, the players that we have been linked with are players that I've not really been impressed with. They're players that I feel that are not as good. They've either been relegated or they're not that big of a name. And if we're gonna start pushing forward, we need to start thinking about bigger names and better talent that's gonna help get this team forward, not players that are on the same level or have just been relegated. The players that we've been linked with, again, I'm not entirely over the moon or happy with these players if we bring these in. They've been relegated for a reason. Yes, they may have talent, but with that talent, why were they relegated?
That's a fair comment, mate. That's a fair shout. You know what I mean? We're after Emmanuel Dennis as well, and also Ishmael Assar as well. I mean, they've been linked as well with Newcastle in the past. But Miles, can you check on that comment, please? Thank you very much. And just gonna get weird if I can. Go do it that way. So there we go. I've got one for Aaron. Big up to Aaron, mate. Do subscribe to my channel, mate, if you can. That'd be brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Just get Paqueta signed. Stop effing that boot and watch other players clamour to come. It's hard to get excited about a defender, even if he is top class. Wow, what can I say about that one, Tony? Aaron, first time in the chat. I mean, he wants Paqueta. It's well documented as well. And he also says over Harrison all day long.
On Paqueta, I believe the club are looking to see if this actual fee is true before they actually look at going in for him. Yes, Paqueta would be great to sign up, but obviously we do need backup strikers as well. So, you know, that's an area we need to look at as well. But yeah, Paqueta, definitely, I would like to see him come to town, but my priority would be more in getting a backup striker in, because obviously, as we know, Wilson's made of glass, so and we don't want to lose him too early and then be out for like 3-4 months, and then we got to rely on Chris Wood. So, I would rather we left Paqueta for as late as possible and prioritize the positions that need prioritizing, like strikers and a right winger. I mean, like I said before, it'd be great if we could get Emmanuel Dennis, Cornet. You know, that would cost you probably about £34 million for just two of them straight away. And Dennis I think can play on the wing as well, and Cornet can play much anyway. He's quite versatile anyway. So, you know, and I know some people are sort of like turning their nose up, like, oh, why do we want Cornet or Dennis? But, you know, in a better team with better quality around them, you know, there'll be better players, so why not? But yeah, I would say keep Paqueta for later on the window if possible.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Got Kate. Kate, my name is not Peter, it's John. Yeah, you know that. And there you go. Big up to you and Jonathan. Hope you're both absolutely fine. And got one from Crettas. Geez, just a Brazilian Jeff Hendrick. Wow, that's a bit tough there. Like, wow.
Well, we all know Jeff Hendrick's God. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's turned it on for Red against Wimbledon and some non-league team.
Wow. Well, what can I say, man? We go back to Jackie Harrison, Mason. Jack Harrison, I've told Jason, it's your turn. What do you think? Would you take him for 35 million quid or do you think he's worth a lot less?
For me, 35 million's a little bit over the top, just for a player like him, because he's only played in the MLS for like a few seasons, and he's moved over to Man City, he's going straight out on loan to the Championship with Middlesbrough, and then with Leeds. He's only had 2 seasons in the Premier League, and I think he can handle it. But does he want to sit on the bench? I don't think so, because Eddie Howe will probably want to start Maxwell more than Harrison, and he's but to be fair, I would only have Harrison just because he passes compared to Maxwell, because his passing's more better than St. Maxwell's.
Yeah, fair enough. They could play Jack on the left and ASM on the right hand side. That'd be interesting to see. I think I'm going to comment as well. But Kate, you're absolutely fine, pet. I call people the wrong names sometimes, you know what I mean? So have a bit of a Sinclair moment. Just to tell you all about it, and he knows that. There you go.
Yeah.
I've been caught in.
When I first knew you, it's like you called me James all the time.
I know. I gave you James. I'm not saying about James Blunt, by the way. There you go. Big up to Simon, by the way. Cornet will be a good utility player in the squad. You know what? If he can, I think he'd be brilliant playing in 3 positions, by the way. Left back, left wing. He can play up front as well. And he's jack of all trades, yeah. But me personally, yeah, I'd rather have a player play specialised position as well. And
what about Dwight McNeil? His name's also been mentioned.
Do you know what it is, right? I mean, Dwight McNeil, right? The guy's a talent, yeah. He's got a lovely left foot on him, by the way. Let's be real. He plays on the right, cut inside, and he's a confidence player, in my opinion. Yeah, that's only my opinion. I think he needs to play for a big club. I think he'll be all right. But would he be my first choice? Probably not. But if Eddie see the talent in him, cool. I think he'd be brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And yeah. But we've got to talk about Dwight McNeil for a later DS sort of thing. But he's definitely been linked with us as well. But I'm not going to say too much on that one as well. But yes, we've said about that. Tony, I'm going to comment to you in a bit. I'm going to read on Billy's comments. You go for it, Billy, man. Thank you so much indeed for watching us, mate. Enjoy the channel and eat. And
Grace,
have a good time.
Gracie,
she's coming on Sunday, man. She's coming on my channel on Sunday. So big up to Gracie G. Grace. If you're saying Cornet, we have to make him a number 99. But personally, he's a bit of flaky. Hey!
Oh, man.
Yes. Oh, yes, baby. See the Billy, thanks for calling, mate. I'll catch you sometime, mate. Kate again, do you think Aizen will leave Newcastle for Tottenham or Chelsea? Hope he stays in Newcastle this season. Kate, he'll be here next season. Trust me, he'll be here for another season. So don't worry about that, because for 2 reasons, they can't afford his wages, number one. And number two, he hasn't got that final product yet for a big club yet. But ASM need a big season for this guy. I'm a fan of him, but he needs to fix up this season and make sure that he gets us 10 goals and 10 assists. That's all I want to see from him next season. So there you go. The problem with Denny...
I just want to see him making passes and stop being selfish.
Exactly. Totally agree. Exactly. The problem with Denny's and Cornet, why go so low? West Ham are signing Kostic and Skamaka, and only when you're a man in the league that is worth no money. That's a good point, Ria. Ray, do hit the subscribe button, mate, please, if you can. That'd be brilliant. But Kostic, he's another player shooting all over as well. He can play left wing back. He's a left back. And you know what it is, right? I love this guy. He's brilliant. He really is. He's 29-year-old, Serbian international, and he deserves a big club as well. He should have gone to Lazio, but Frankfurt messed the paperwork up early in the season, and Lazio were not too impressive whatsoever. So, and we'll get you on tonight, mate, because there's a 3K celebration, mate. Cordy, Gakpo, Anthony would be the best alternatives to Diaby if we scout the Dutch league. That's my call. Listen, I don't watch a lot of Dutch football.
Gakpo and Anthony are absolutely world-class players. They would do bits in the Premier League.
They would be exciting to watch, man. Brad, did I say to you about Jack Harrison? Tony, did I say about what's your thoughts on Tony? Go for it, mate.
I'm not sure it'll happen myself, because Leeds probably demand too much money, and also I don't think he's going to fit in as a first team player really with ASM. So personally, I'd rather us go for other options. That's what I'm thinking at this right now.
Fair comment. And Tony.
Yeah, going on, like obviously what Brad just mentioned there, they're going to want too much money for Jack Harrison, and the reason they want too much money for him is because basically they don't want to sell him, because if they sell Jack Harrison, they've sold Phillips, they've sold Rafinha. Sell Harrison, that's three of their middle players, three of their midfield gone, so they're going to want to keep him because they're going to be in trouble next season anyway. And I know they've signed this American guy as well, but I'm not sure how he'll do in the Premier League, because some struggle when they come in the Premier League. So we'll have to see how he does, and also be interested to see how their manager does, Jesse March, because he's American, and see how he does next season on a full season, because he literally just kept them up by the skin of their teeth I mean,
Did it just?
I mean, I had them favourites to go down. I thought Brentford would have smashed them on the last day, but you know, especially with Ericsson playing there, and how wrong was that? But yeah, so Jack Harrison for me, we've offered the money that we think he's valued at. Obviously, Leeds want to value him a lot higher, and I wouldn't go up any higher than what we've offered, which is about 24 million. If they don't want to accept that, say thank you. We'll move on. We'll go elsewhere. Gakpo and Anthony, yeah, they would be immense because they're absolutely tremendous players.
Going back to the American League, I mean, yeah, we've seen it for a number of seasons where the only American player for me that I can think of that actually did well in English football was Brian McBride and Clint Dempsey.
Yeah,
for me,
yeah,
they're the only two that actually done the job. Everybody else that's come in, they've not really adapted well to English football. Jesse March, we don't know how. We give him a full season to see how he does, but we've seen what Bob Bradley did with Swansea. He didn't have the best of times, and he was out not long after he came in. Especially after his remark of calling it soccer when we all know it's football. But other than that, he didn't do well. So it is tough for Americans to adapt to the English game.
Yeah, you missed another American out there that was quite good as well. Brad Friedel, he weren't a bad keeper.
Brad Friedel, yeah.
Casey Keller.
Yeah.
I used to call him the Rock because he looked like the Rock.
Friedel, yeah.
Friedel. And
he played till he was about 41, didn't he?
He did, man. He did. He's a quality keeper, by the way. I mean, he's a big game keeper I like as well. He's been brilliant. He's done well for Liverpool and Blackburn Rovers as well. Kate again, is any new lads going to the pre-season games next week? I'm sure we're going to see some new players play, and we already have 2 new signings, technically, really, Nick Pope and Sven Botman. I'm sure they'll be playing.
I think the tweet was just posted out that for the under-23s is joining up with the first team squad for the trip to Lisbon. You got Munoz, Bond.
Yeah, got him as well. We've seen Munoz as well. He'll be going as well. He scored the other day as well. And big up to Ria as well. It just seems maybe our scouts are doing the jobs right. There are lots of talents out there. So what is Nixon doing? Are we actually a mega rich club cause all these actions saying no? I think he's trying to say is, right, basically, they're saying that we haven't signed enough players and fans are panicking as well. I could be wrong on that one, Mason. I could be wrong. Do you think, are you worried that we've not got enough players in? Do you think we should be patient?
With no one is looking for the right players because we've brought in 3 decent players who are up there with the potential, and obviously they've signed Botman, who's probably one of our main targets this summer. Hopefully we'll get Paqueta in. But for me, it's just taking its time and just looking for the best players to fit for Newcastle and Freddie Howe.
Yeah. Jason.
Yeah, I mean, we need to be patient. I've said at the start, we need players. We can only pick a 25-man team, so players will have to go. We need to focus on what players needs to come in. For me, we definitely need another striker. But again, we can only name a 25-man team, so we have to make sure we bring in the right person to fit the right position that's going to fit in with the right style that we play. So it's going to take time. So we do need to just hold back and just take a breather. It will happen, but for me, yeah, I think it does. Something needs to happen sooner. I think even Eddie Howe said he wants to bring his players in before we start pre-season so that we can get a tactical style going and get the players gelling. We've brought in Botman and Pope as well as Target, but we just made his loan spell permanent. So yeah, I class that as he was a January signing. But other than that, just bear with it for the minute. When it gets to the final week, then start panicking. That's when we think, okay, we need someone in now.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Before we go on to Brad and Tony, got some comments. Scamacca's very good player solo last season, but how many Italian forwards do earn the Prem? Not very many, to be fair. You take the risk with a free like Belotti, but Scamacca, how much? 40 million quid with the add-ons as well, apparently. Gakpo got 21 goals last season, and that American lad came from Leipzig, not American, and Jesse Marsh was Salzburg manager. Bit up to Alan again, just had 4 Andy, and shout out to Andy. And hopefully, at the Benfica match, John, goal out was the first 5-1. We have a fantastic time, pal. It was a good time. Big up to Rafi. Thanks, mate. John, it's refusing to buy Diaby for 60 mil. He's worth 60 mil. You can sit. What's that noise? Is that you, Mason?
I'll just move my chair.
That's fine. Okay, mate. And you can state what you could say what you appear for someone, John. We will not get top 8. I'm sorry, we've not done enough. We're really worried. We'll comment on it in a bit. But look, at the end of the day, go to you, Brad. Do you think we need to be patient, like the other two said?
Yeah, we'll get there. The club know what we need to, what gaps we need to fill, and where the priorities are. It's just going to be a case of being patient for some of the targets, probably as well. The closer we get to the start of the season as well, you might see a bit of change in negotiation and stuff. So things might become available that aren't, or fees might be reduced slightly. It gets to that stage where they're thinking, if a club are really interested, we can make a sale. If we're willing to walk away now, the situation could change in a few weeks' time, and they could come back to us. So you never know what's going to happen. But being patient is probably the right way to go about it, because we'll get what we need in the end. And I'm confident in that. Even if I'm surprised that we haven't. There might be an option to delve into some of the free agents in the market, or get some loan signings in. I don't know, but that might be something we'll look at in the coming weeks. Or still 5 weeks left in the window, so plenty of time to make progress on things and look at new targets.
Yeah. Fair comment. I mean, Belotti's on free as well. Playing for Torino, he's on a free as well. I mean, does he fancy coming to the Premier League? But look, it'll be tough. He might ask for mega money as well, because you're Italian international as well. But the thing is, right, I mean, I know people are panicking, not selling enough players, but at the end of the day, as long as you get a forward and a winger right side of midfield in before the Forest game, that's absolutely fine. And Tony, I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, well, I've said this for the past few weeks, John, on here as well, that at the end of the day, we've got to be patient, chill and relax, simple as, because, we've had the best transfer window we've had for over 15 years now, since John Hall and Freddie Shepherd. So, we're doing well in this transfer window. Yes, okay, we might want this striker, that right winger. Diaby's chose to stay at Leverkusen. I think he's staying there because there's a World Cup coming up. What if he comes to Newcastle and he doesn't do well and he loses his place in the French squad? I can quite understand that.
I do.
If it means we can go back in January for him, then great, or next summer. But fans need to be realistic. You can't we're not just going to jump out and sign a player and say, give him a crazy amount of money. Because when you've got a wage structure, you've got to build that slowly. You don't want somebody coming in and being on 200 grand a week, and then other players saying, oh, well, hang on. I like ASM saying, well, I'm only on, say, 90 grand a week. Why are they on 100? Why are they on 200 grand a week? Why can't I be? And then you upset the balance in the dressing room. So you've got to get the balance in the dressing room right as well. But all I would say to fans out there is, please just relax, enjoy it, enjoy the ride. Signings will come. We've got 2 weeks tomorrow till the Forest game, so we've got plenty of time to get a striker in.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we play Burnley behind closed doors tomorrow. What say we don't do a deal with Burnley for Cornet? Who knows? We do not know. So we could do a deal with them tomorrow. Who knows? And also, like I say, we've got 2 weeks till Forest. Plenty of time for a striker to come through them doors. If we could get Belotti, yeah, it's a good shout. Bring him in. He's free. Yeah. And if he does flop, fair enough. But it hasn't cost you a transfer fee. Where if you get Skamaka, as good a player he is, he may come to the Premier League and be a total failure of 40 million. And these owners aren't daft, and they know what they're looking for. And so is the scouts as well, and Dan Ashworth as well. So, give the owners a chance. And, and one thing I will say is, Do not tag owners in tweets because that is totally wrong.
Well said. Well said. Honestly, I'd like to add on that as well. It just makes people desperate as well. I mean, me personally, I mean, if they do tag them in and say the wrong thing, let's be real, you're going to get the brunt of it as well. It's as simple as that for other Twitter users as well, and quite rightly so, because they done that wrong. They come here, and you said off there as well, Tony, that you know, fans are just getting a bit irritated because you haven't got a target in as well. But I'm sorry, but don't mourn, because it's still time to get a transfer in. Get the players coming in. They need to be patient. It's as simple as that. But they are doing their best to get the right players in. We're not going to be spending really nilly. It's as simple as that. And we're certainly not going to pay 200k a week to someone. There's absolutely no way horse here. It's as simple as that. So we've done that as well. We're going to do plenty of subjects as well very soon. And we're going to do lots of things, which I'll tell you in a bit. I've got Foxy in the chat as well. One of Marcos, Leonardo, Castellanos, I'll be happy with. Backup options, Accessio, Zar, or Pedrinho, loan option, Hudson Odoi. The latter, me, is only opinion, mate. I wouldn't have him. 72 games in 5 years, and he's injury prone as well, mate. So, I mean, I don't know what you think about Hudson Odoi. Would you, any of you guys, take Hudson Odoi to Newcastle?
No.
I would just on a loan, just to see how he copes in a new team, just to see how he is. I'll just take him on loan, see how he is.
He's injury prone, isn't he?
He is.
He'd only want to come to us just so he could try and push his way into the England squad and then go back.
Yeah. I mean, look what happened. We had Kennedy from Chelsea. He had a fantastic loan spell, come back, and was absolutely diabolical. Absolute shit, to be honest with you. And yeah, so no, I would say no to Hudson Odoi.
That's been the same for most Chelsea players. We keep getting Jeremy, Babayaro, Duff, Parker. The list goes on.
Yeah, exactly. It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
What's the wise? Leave Chelsea players alone.
Yeah, because Chelsea. The report the day I saw about ESM, and they said, Chelsea might want to do a deal and throw Ross Barkley in. No, thank you. Keep Ross Barkley.
Got no chance, man. Absolutely no chance. I would take Aaron Bartley, the Xbox ass sort of thing. At least he's got punch in him, man. Do you know what I mean? But not for me. Not for me. I mean, he's injury prone as well. So I tell him again, no way horse here. Do you know what I mean? I take Werner. You want to take Werner? Cool. But it's not going to happen anytime soon. So, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. I think time's beating us because it's going to come on to 8 o'clock. And thanks again for joining us always. And thanks for coming on my 3K celebration as well. The numbers is going up as well as I speak. And before you go and speak to you guys backstage, Tony, can you tell the chat where you can find you, mate?
Yep. So my Twitter handle's there, just down below at TonyTooney31. Give me a follow, and I'll follow you back straight away.
Big up. And
what was that?
Sorry, for Twitter for me, just on the handle below BP_UFC.
Yeah. Big and Jason.
It's right there. You can find me on YouTube, Keeping It Toon YT. You can just go on there and check a video out. Go to the description. You'll find links to all my socials, my Discord server, my Facebook group, my Twitter handle, which is just basically Keeping It Toon. So you'll find me everywhere. I will be uploading videos eventually. Just been nothing to post of late. I have recently done a live video where I did my Premier League prediction table. So worth a watch there. So you can find out where I've placed everyone in the league, where I think they're going to finish. So I'm 37 subs away from hitting 300. So it'd be great if I could get some more subs there and hopefully get on the way up to 300 and hopefully higher than that. So Keeping It Toon YT. That's where you find me.
Go and check out his channel, people, in the chat as well. Get him subscribed. He needs the numbers and he is working hard to get to where you want to be. And Mason.
Mason Ford on Twitter, and on Facebook's Mason Ford as well.
Fantastic. And just where you go, just got Andrew again. Thanks for being a member, Andrew, mate. Really appreciate that from North Carolina. Thank you so much indeed. I really appreciate that, my guy. And he's a great guy, and always chat to him as well. He does come on my channel for watch-alongs after the game. And also, yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much indeed. Thank you for Truls for your kind donation as well, my guy. And if you like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button as well. And if you'd like to super chat, then you know exactly what to do. Just give what it's worth. And if you'd like to become a member, then like Andrew's just done, just click on the join button as well. And I taught you next time we upgrade, I was catching up to tell and get Beauregard. I think he plays for Rennes, I believe. So I could be wrong on that one. And Tony said, welcome, Andrew. Congrats again, VK. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks so much indeed. And also, if you'd like to become a member, if you'd like to keep donating, then please use the thanks option as well, people. Just go through that as well. It's options there for you. And just give what you can as well to help me channel it along the way. And Barbara, thank you so much indeed. Share the love to you. And if you want to come on my channel, just use the I'll send you a message as well. Just give us a reply back on that one, Barbara. That'd be fantastic. Guys, thanks for coming on. I'll be with you backstage in a bit. And until then, people, I should be back tomorrow around about 3 o'clock. Don't know what I'm going to do yet. And listen, at the end of the day, my channel's growing all the time. And my ambition is to get 5K minimum. And at the minute, I'm 2 away. I'm going to take my time on it, be patient with it. And guess what, people? Share the love and have a fantastic evening. And it's bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.